honest, there's no one word that describes me. I have a different type of personality that describes who I really am.
Thank you so much for having us today. We're super excited. I think
you.
we'll just start it off by maybe you can introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about you, who you are, a little bit background about what you're doing, and then we can take it from there.
Hi, my name is Cheica. I am from Dubai. I'm a 25 years old woman. I represent the Middle East and North African region, and I do 8 martial arts. I chose martial arts since I was the age of 9 for self-defense purposes, actually, where I could defend myself and defend people I love, because I don't like to get rejected in school, so I got into karate for first. I was a judo judge in the Special Olympics. Okay. This year I'll be the first time to be an athlete in the Winter Olympics. I'm in 2023 in Russia, Kazan.
And I'm assuming with that you're doing a lot of advocacy work.
Yes, advocacy. And how I got to be an advocate is when I was young, in the age of 21, I had a therapy session with a therapist, and my mom was there, and she told me I had a disability, that is Down syndrome, for the first time in the age of 21. And then during that time she mentioned that, I remembered how would people treat me when I was really young, and I feel like when I was young I got rejected, I didn't go to college itself, so I become an advocate because I want to help people to chase their dreams in education, even I didn't have that. So I train people with disabilities about their rights, their sustainable development goals, the convention rights of persons with disabilities, how to talk to people, what should they do, how to advocate even, and much, much more even.
We've seen you around, we really are inspired to talk to you. Do you see yourself as a role model?
I only feel I'm a role model when people with disabilities come up to me saying, "You're my role model and you inspired me." That's when I know I'm a role model. But for the meantime, I don't feel I'm a role model because I'm not providing inclusion towards everyone else. And if I have that recognition from other people from disabilities saying I'm a role model, it means I am.
In teaching and
Yeah.
making other individuals learn about their rights, how could you also maybe help us as an organization or all the corporate organizations be better, be more inclusive, push that forward? I mean, what are we doing well, but what could we do better?
Okay, so my advice would be, my number one would be actually, is to know what people with disabilities really feel. Sometimes, most of the time we get discriminated because of the lack of education going on in different organizations. Anyway, also knowing our rights itself, knowing the convention rights of persons with disabilities, and follow that policy also.
Do you feel like maybe culturally there are things that adds to an individual with disability not be able to be included in the workforce?
Yes. Most of the time of the cultural aspect, usually the families are usually overprotective of their own child so that they never had any exposure. And some of the work might not be chosen for us. Usually the families choose the work we need to do, but if people let people with disabilities just make their own choices itself, it would be amazing to see.
I remember in one of our calls, you said something that stayed with me, because you said one thing that we've noticed is people don't speak to a person with disability
Yes.
directly.
Yes.
I'm sure that is done so many times. What other things that we might be doing that wouldn't be inclusive and is discriminating against an individual with disability?
Like maybe there's lack of accessibilities in the place, like there's no ramps, no elevators for wheelchair users to enter the building itself. The other one we mentioned about talking to us directly is so important. Not talking to a supporter or family member only to the person with a disability itself. Making sure the document is easy to read so that it's easy for us to understand what the information is really about. Having a support person, but don't force the support person for us. Let us choose if we want a support person in the workforce.
Is our interview process inclusive enough?
To be really honest, I never had any interviews to get a job. So for me, I really don't know that much. But what I know, what I can give, even I never had any interviews, is to talk directly to us in a way, speak to us as adults in a way, make sure you're looking at us at the same time, in a way, and insert yourself by being really happy and positive.
Just a question from me is, do the rights differ? Like guardianship rights, like are you able to sign a document? Are you not able to sign a document?
Actually, we actually have all the rights to sign documents and different rights like health, education, having a family, creating a family, being employed, also about accessibility, making friends, and much, much more, even the documents signing even.
Cheica, you're so busy. You're so inspirational to a lot of people.
Thank you.
We're so happy to see you here. And I know there's so much that you're going to be doing. So what is it that you want to do next? What are you aspiring to do?
I'm actually planning to see other people with disabilities to be more included in this world, and actually bringing the whole entire world, not only the MENA region, also Asia Pacific, Africa, and Europe and America, to come all together, break down all the discrimination, and unite as one.
We're so proud of you, Cheica, and we're so happy to be with you today.
You're welcome. I actually enjoy this talk, actually.
That's great.
Thank you.